Good morning, my loves. My name is Demetra Douglas. I'm a master numerologist, master of frequencies, author and creator of Demetra's number system, and an inner work specialist. Now, this morning I want to talk to you guys about the sequence of the Vendetta. This is actually being inspired by a movie that I saw on Lifetime. Lifetime is an incredible network when you want to truly understand karmic energies. So, I am also the numerologist that has created or coined the sequence that is 257. This is one of the two pathways of darkness. This is what can trigger, right? Darkness to be presented in the personality, to be presented by a being, to be seen by others. Now, the Vendetta sequence is 2540, which gives us 7 and 4, or 74, which totals 11. Let's break it down step by step. When you're speaking of 25, you are essentially speaking of relational discord. This is a relational difference or a worldview difference that contributes to ego wounding. Okay, this is the number of when you are arguing with someone because you don't agree, especially if you are disagreeing relative to belief system differences, right? So a Satanist and a Christian arguing, that's 25. And that discomfort you feel, that need to argue, that need to dominate with your worldview and what you see as correct, that's 25. This number also represents what it's like when you harm someone's inner child, because that is also what 2 represents, inner child. And then 5 is ego, 7 is shadow self. So we are talking about a succession of pain. We are talking about an outward expression from the psyche, from light to dark, literally. Because 2 is that foundational light essence of our souls and who we are. 5 is the ego. It's that part of the mind, part of the soul that carries all of the experiences, good and bad, right? And its job is to utilize the shadow self to protect itself from experiencing that same repeated harm. So when you hurt someone and they lash out at you, that is 257. Let me give you an example here. So what I do as an inner work specialist is help with inner work mapping or psyche mapping, which means you will understand all of the harm that can come down upon the inner child, how the ego reacts to it, how the shadow reacts to it. So you can understand your succession of behavior, so you can understand your 257 sequence and hone myself, right? Now that's going to include inner child wounding, right? And what those look like. An example, let me give you a very popular example. Let's use betrayal. Let's use the betrayal wound. So being cheated on, being betrayed by a friend, for example, or family member, or whoever, partner, all of those things. Being betrayed, being cheated on. That's betrayal. That is a deep wound. So an example would be, you hurt me in this manner, so I unleash my darkness. In whatever form that looks like, right? Me hurting you physically, me hurting you emotionally, right? Me going further down this sequence we're talking about right now and unleashing my vendetta on you. This is important, my loves. This is how darkness travels. 257, this is how pain travels. And then we move on down the sequence to 40. This is the number of energetic exchange and agreements, placed next to the number of source and expansion. That is 0. So what that's going to look like is a soul committing to that expression of darkness, especially because after we total these 2 numbers, we get 74. Okay? When we talk about 74, we are talking about the number of darkness, the hell realm, oppositional energy, the number of the foe, governing, pulling in, or blocking the number 4. This is very important because when you understand the metaphysical concept, right, that I learned from Jeffrey Wilson. You are talking about a spirit, an inhuman entity that is so committed to harming you because of the pain you caused it previously that it is going to do just that. It is going to block opportunity. It is going to pull in harmful opportunity. And to truly understand the different ways that that energy can come into your life, you must truly understand the resonance that is 7. You must be able to sit back and truly understand the hell realm. That's addiction. Okay, so people may come into your life and introduce you to drugs that you get addicted to. People might, sell you into human trafficking. People might just come in and betray you, hurt you, right? You might attract narcissists, sociopaths. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, so it's very important to understand that. When you talk about 7 and 4, you're talking about 11, the number of 2 individuals. Your relational interactions, your interpersonal interactions will be drenched with this dark energy. That is the vendetta. Just something I wanted to share.